English Bal Bharti class 4. Good morning student. Children, do you like the stories? Yes, I know you all love the story very much. Here are some example of stories. The Lion and the Mouse, The Tortoise and the Hare, The Sour Grapes, and many more. You know that very well. Now, what do you mean by story? Story means is a description of imaginary people and events which is written or told in order to entertain. Okay. Now, here Aesop. Aesop was a great fabulous storyteller, credited with number of stories, now collectively known as Aesop fables, a group of stories thought to have been written by Aesop. The main characters in the stories is that animals, and each stories are demonstrate a moral lesson to all of us. Now, today we are going to learn a new lesson from Aesop Fables. If you have textbook, then open your textbook. Aesop Fables. Fables are short stories that have a moral or message for us, something to learn and keep mind as we grow up. Most of fables have animal characters who think and act just like as human being. It is believed that many of fables were first told by a wise person called Aesop. Aesop lived hundreds of years ago in a country called Greece. His stories became so popular that people passed them on from generation to generation. Many proverbs and sayings that we use today are based on these fables. Here are two well-known fables we have to learn. Now children, here what are the fables? Fables means short stories that we have learned many times, right? No? Now, what are the character? Character means a person who act for the particular script. Moral means what? Moral means it consider principle of right and wrong. Now here children, you know that what do you mean by fables? Fable means you know that short stories was written by a wise person. What was the name of the wise person? Aesop Fables from the Greece. His stories became so popular. Popular means famous, that they were passed from generation to generation. Now, what do you mean by generation? Now, you have here your grandparents, your parents, and you. First, here your grandparents is your first generation. Then, your parents is your second generation, and you means the third generation. Now, like that only, the Aesop fable stories pass by one generation to next generation to third generation. So, many of proverbs we says that depend on the fables. For example, all that glitters is not gold is also a well-known fables from the proverbs. Okay. Now next, Aesop fable, first story, the stag at the pool. If your textbook, then open it and look at in your textbook. One day, a beautiful stag came to a pool of clean water. As he bent down to drink, he saw his own reflection in the water. He was delighted with what he saw. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his own reflection. How handsome I look, he said to himself. How beautiful are these curving antlers. How they add my beauty. How graceful they look. Then he moved nearer and saw his reflected in the pool. He was quite disgusted. Look at my legs. Ugh, they are so ugly, all spindly with my small feet. How I wish that nature had given me legs worthy of my stately antlers. Now, here, children, this is the well known fable. The as the stag had came to near the pool for drinking a clean water, he saw his own reflection. Now, what do you mean by reflection? Reflection means own image. We have to see in the mirror and in the water. He saw when his own image, by looking his image, he was so happy because his curving antlers looking very beautiful. Antler means what? The branches of the horns on the head of adult deer. At the same time, when he saw his beautiful antlers, he felt proud, he felt very happy. At the same time, when he saw his own legs and looking at his own legs, he was not happy, he was upset because he said that himself, how handsome my antlers, and look at because the beautiful antlers and see my legs, they are long and thin, look so ugly. Here the stag compared the antlers with his ugly feet. Here he feel proud with his beautiful antlers, and or in the other hand he feel unhappy. He was upset to saw his dirty feet, ugly legs. Okay. Now next. As he was brooding in this way, the stag heard an arrow going swish across the pool. At the same time, heard pick up the scent of hunters. With a quick turn, he bounded away. His legs carried him swiftly to the forest. The hunters were hot on his trail, but they were no match for his speed. Soon the stag left the hunters far behind. Safe and out of the hunter's reach, the stag slowed down. Suddenly, without realizing it, he walked into a thicket. There were trees with strong branches growing close together, and last, the same antlers which he was so proud caught in the thick growth. Now student, here what is brooding? Brooding means thinking sadly for a long time. The stag lost his thoughts at the beautiful antlers, and at the same time he thought about his ugly feet. While he had lost in the thoughts, suddenly he picked up the scent of hunters. Scent means what? Smell. as they were somewhere around himself, and then he started running with a high speed in the thicket. Swiftly. Now, what is swiftly? Swiftly means running with a high speed. He ran into the thick forest and saved his life without looking here and there. He reached into the thick forest where the antlers had put in a real trouble. In the first passage, we know that he is thinking about his antlers and his ugly feet. In the next passage, he know that the hunter is coming to close the pool. Then he started running speedily from the pool. He reached the forest. He reached into the thick forest where is the all trees and all branches are included in each other. There his beautiful antlers got in the real trouble. Now here his beautiful antlers put in a real trouble to the stag. Look at the next. The stag tried to shake himself free, but the more he struggled, the more entangled his antlers got in the branches. Once again, the stag could hear the hunters drawing close and grew afraid. At last, with a great difficulty, he managed to free his antlers and bounded away. Now, here, children, how much he was trying to make him free to run, but more he got entangled. Now, here, entangle means what? Means that cause to become twisted together or caught in a trouble. For example, if you have take the two more than two threads and twist them all in together and try to separate it, it will be so difficult to separate it. Like that same way, the antlers became very difficult caught in the branches of the tree. In this way, the stag tried to free himself. Once again, the stag here, the hunter drawing close. Hunter is coming close to the stag. Here, he managed to free. At last, there is so difficulties to free from the antlers from the branch of the trees. And here, finally, he managed to free himself, wherein he smelled the hunters coming closer to him, and he speedily ran away from the high speed. He ran away from the speedily. At last, I realize now that my ugly feet saved my life. I was so proud of these handsome antlers, but they would have been the cause of my death. Very often, we dislike the very things that are most useful to us. Here, now at the end, the stag realized that which is important, antlers or his ugly feet. Students, the stag realized that the ugly feet that save his life. But now here we learn a moral. What was the moral of the story? The attractive external appearance of the something is not real, reliable indication of its true nature. As we saw in this lesson that the deer was very proud of his beautiful antlers, but when he got in a real trouble, then his ugly feet saved his life. So what we understood from this lesson, the moral of the story is that utility is important than beauty. It means nature has kept the combination of everything in the right way while designing human being, animals, birds. It is important to make the best use of what the nature given to us. Means nature is given to us, that we have to use properly. Okay, now read the story carefully and understood the concept of the story. Let me see in the next lecture. Thank you.